Jabir ibn Hayyan was born in Tus, in the Persian province of Khorasan. Hailing from the southern Arabian tribe of Azd, his ancestors moved to Kufa during the early years of Islamic expansion. His father was a noted medical druggist who supported the Abbasids in their political campaign against their Umayyad rivals. While Jabir was a child, his father was captured and sentenced to death by the Umayyad judiciary for supporting politically subversive activities. After his father's execution, Jabir and his family rapidly fell into poverty, leaving his mother with no alternative except to send her son to Arabia to continue his education there. He studied Arabic language, literature, and traditional Islamic sciences before receiving advanced training in Islamic sciences, spirituality, and aspects of alchemy under the guidance of Ja'far al-Sadiq, who was at the time one of the Muslim world's most renowned authorities on Islamic sciences and spirituality. Thereafter, he studied astrology, cosmology, and further aspects of medicine and alchemy. As a practicing Sufi, he was also in the habit of going into spiritual retreats, but his Sufism was far from being otherworldly, for he found time to learn and master the experimental sciences too. An adherent of the Sufi tariqa, or order, founded by Abul Hashim of Kufa. When Harun al-Rashid, the celebrated Abbasid caliph, came to hear about Jabir, he went out of his way to recruit him to his research center in Baghdad. Renowned for promoting learning and higher education, the ruling Abbasid elites encouraged Muslim scholars, philosophers, and scientists to come to Baghdad and pursue their research in all branches of science. Jabir thus became associated with the Abbasids, especially the Barmakids, who at the time served as chief advisors to the caliph. Thanks to the Abbasids' generosity, his dire economic situation improved, enabling him to pursue research in the experimental sciences, especially in alchemy. Using his experimental approach to alchemy, Jabir named and classified chemicals and minerals into three broad categories. The first category consisted of spirits, such as sulfur, mercury, camphor, and arsenic compounds, which, he argued, could be refined through the application of heat. The second category included metals like gold, silver, lead, tin, copper, iron, and zinc. The final category consisted of pulverized substances, even though he pointed out that some pulverized elements, such as living creatures, were made of both spirit and matter. In his attempt to provide a scientific explanation of the composition of the body spirit, he also highlighted the role and relationship between these two elements in the formation of a balanced, living creature. Not surprisingly, he is today considered to be the pioneer of the chemical processes of distillation, filtration, crystallization, sublimation, reaction, and fixation, which all students of chemistry take for granted as standard procedures in experimental chemistry. For the first time, he explained the chemical process which facilitated the preparation and purification of various mineral acids, such as sulfuric, hydrochloric, and nitric acids. By conducting extensive chemical experimentation in his laboratory, Jabir made a number of remarkable discoveries. For instance, by developing a special acidic powder, he was able to dissolve solid gold, and also produced a chemical substance which enabled him to separate gold from silver. In addition to this, he discovered a number of other important chemicals including white lead, sulfur, silver, and mercury compounds, which are today used by commercial industries all over the world to produce household products like paint and washing powder. Likewise, he coined scores of technical terms such as alkali, antimony, alembic, and cinnabar, which have today become commonplace around the world. In short, his contribution to the development of science, especially experimental alchemy or chemistry, was nothing short of remarkable. He was not only an outstanding chemist, but he was also a prolific writer who authored more than 100 books and treatises on aspects of alchemy, chemistry, cosmology, astrology, medicine, music, and spirituality. According to other historians, most of Jabir's books perished in 1258 during the Mongol sack of Baghdad. Nevertheless, it is an exaggeration to say that Jabir authored 3,000 books. Jabir's ideas and thoughts had a profound impact on medieval European thinkers and scientists, so much so that great Western thinkers like Albertus Magnus, also known as Albert the Great, and Roger Bacon used to fondly refer to him as that famous Arabian prince and philosopher.